so glad to see you today, Facebook. By the way, we are on Facebook. I meant to tell you that. Facebook, we have our page, Arlene at Home with Arlene Williams, and I'd like to invite you to take a little visit. And if you like us, let us know you like us. But there's pictures, there's a lot of conversation there, interesting information. I don't know that we've ever really talked that much about it, but we've been there for a little while. It's nice always, or your way to communicate directly with the people on At Home. So if you'd like to do that, please do that. But we're glad you're here at the At Home kitchen today because we've got some really unique and unusual, I think, pasta dishes. They're a little different. And you know, there's so many ways you can make pasta, so much you can do with it, so many ideas. You can make it hot and then eat it when it's cold. You can make it in flavor either with really Italian, a lot of Italian, or you can take it to another just plain, not bland, but not as spicy. You can put meat with it or you don't have to. Well, we're going to show you some examples. And today my very special guest chef is Mr. Paul Williams, whom I happen to know very well for 43 years, almost 44. And you know what? It's so funny because he knows nothing about cooking, basically. When we first got married, he knew nothing. But he has an interest, and he's always asking questions. And so he's been visiting off and on. And I think it's great because you folks that write, or you send an email, or you can leave a message on Facebook, you always tell me how much you enjoy when Paul's in the kitchen with me. So does he do things perfect? No, neither do I. Sometimes we mess it up and we have to go back and fix it, but it's okay because he's the joy of my life. And God put us together. Do you know that when I was in the 3rd grade and he was in the 4th grade, he asked me to marry him. Wrote it on a paper and said, "Will you marry me?" At which time I said, "Absolutely not." Was not interested in no way, shape, or form. But as the years went by, he came back to my daddy's church and was looking for Arlene Boback. And there I was behind the piano, playing the piano. My mom was playing the organ. Dad was leading the worship in the pulpit. And here came Paul and one of his buddies. We had revivals going on. And he said to his buddy, "That's Arlene playing the piano. That's who I'm looking for." And he started to come to the church. And I still didn't want anything to do with him. I used to run out the back door, so he wouldn't, because he'd always ask me to go out. Finally, we started dating, and the rest is history. I've never been sorry one day in my life. He's a true husband that loves, protects, takes care of you. And I'm just so thankful to the Lord because he puts the right people together. So you wait for that right one. Don't be satisfied with second best. And you're going to know in here if it's the right one or not. So today we're going to celebrate. We're going to make pastas, and we're going to have fun in the kitchen. And but first we're going to have our at-home hint. And here it is right now. Here's today's at-home hint. Let frozen food thaw before trying to separate it with a knife. Freeze items individually so they're easier to separate in the future. And do not use your knife to open a package. Use scissors instead.
If you have an at-home hint, a favorite recipe, or just a friendly greeting you'd like to share, we'd like to hear from you. Post it in the comments of this video or visit our Facebook page.
Well, I told you Mr. Williams is here with me.
Wow.
It's good to have you today.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Well, aren't you? You always want to say hello to the folks. Say hello to the family.
Well, family, it's nice to see you again, especially them young ladies up there in Clearfield.
Yeah,
Heather.
Sheila and Heather.
They're nice.
Special hello.
They write to us often. It's nice to see the letters. And Sheila showed a picture of Heather.
Yeah.
Heather, you're the best.
Yeah, we love you. We really do. Appreciate your watching at home for a long time. Now, tell me what you're going to make today.
Well, today I'm going to make ranch noodles.
Is that just for cowboys or is that for everybody?
Yeah, that's for everybody.
Just for... Okay.
We could have it on our ranch.
Okay.
I'm going to make angel hair pasta.
Thin pasta.
Also, I'm going to make ham, put in a skillet with...
Well, why don't you go ahead and do that now while we're starting.
Okay.
You just got a little bit of butter in there, right?
Yes, I do.
You're going to need to turn that up to get that cranking, honey. There you go. Keep it going because you want that to brown off a little bit.
Okay.
Good. Okay, and so while that's browning, in a little bit of butter. When he gets done with that browning, he's going to take that out and put it on this dish, and then he's going to make the sauce that goes over the noodles. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to work over here. Mine's called tomato basil pasta, and this is really easy. I have 3 cups of plum tomatoes that I have just chopped very fine, very small, thin little pieces. The riper, the better, because when these tomatoes are really, really ripe, that's when the flavor of the tomato really comes out great. And it's funny because this one you really don't cook. You cook your pasta, of course, but you don't cook what you're going to put on the pasta. This can be eaten hot, or it's great to put in the refrigerator and have it for a cold lunch the next day. It's excellent. To this, I'm going to add some oil, about 1/3 of a cup of a good grade olive oil, a very good grade of olive oil. Okay? Go. And we're going to do some onion, a 1/2 cup finely chopped onion. There's that. We have some garlic, a couple cloves, about 3 cloves, and that's minced fine. This is so simple, so easy to do. You just want to mix that around. There's good flavor right there. And those tomatoes, they're all being flavored by the garlic and the onions. It's a good basic for anything right there, okay? And then we're going to add some basil leaves. Fresh basil is always the best. You want to take the stems off. You just want to pull them off the stem and leave them large like that, but just tear it up a little bit, okay? Just like that, okay? And we're going to add to that some grated Parmesan cheese. See, get the rest of that, there we go. And if the tomatoes seem acidic to you, this is just plain sugar. Just add a couple of teaspoons just to cut the acid of the tomato. I say about 3 teaspoons. Okay, mix that up. And then, this is good. This is feta cheese. And you want to add 2 cups. You say 2 cups, yeah. Because you know why? When we boil the pasta for this, it's going to be really piping hot. Because this has to sit for at least a good 10 minutes, if not longer, for all these flavors to mix and blend together. And then, when that pasta is hot and we've just drained it, we're going to put it in with this, mix it together, and the heat of the pasta is going to cook this just enough to make it really, really good. And you can see with that cheese in there, look at the colors coming out. You can see it's getting covered with the moisture from the tomatoes. It's going to be one delicious, really delicious tomato basil pasta. Now, we can also, if we want, we can add a splash of balsamic vinegar just to perk it up, or red wine vinegar. And we're using penne regate because that's just really good for this kind of it's just a good dish, all-purpose dish. Great for salad, great for dinner. How are we doing, baby?
That look pretty good.
I think so. Why don't we take them out?
Okay.
Here we go. Put that on there. You can put that on there to drain the grease off of them.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what he's going to do is he needs to turn the heat down because he had it on high because he just wanted to brown that up a little bit. There's no grease in that, so you're good.
I'm good.
Did you turn the heat down?
Yes, I did.
Okay, the heat's down. Good. This we're just going to put to the side. Now you're going to make your sauce.
Okay. I need my directions.
Okay, what's in it first?
Okay, I'm going to put in the sour cream.
Okay. And he's using that real thin pasta, thin spaghetti, or you could use angel hair too. That's good for this. And you don't want the pan to be too hot, so you want to just kind of, move it around a little bit because you don't want that to... Okay, go ahead, put in, there you go.
This will be the ranch dressing.
Okay. That's right out of a bottle. You could probably use low calorie if you wanted, but if that's not your good, if you don't like that taste, you don't want to ruin a sauce by doing that. So you're going to mix, this is going to be a creamy dressing that goes over this pasta. Okay. And what else?
And then I'm going to put in some Parmesan cheese.
What about the butter?
Oh, I want to put that in.
Yeah, let's do the butter first, because that helps to make, that's the base for this sauce. Let that get over there. There you go. And you know, really, all that you do with this, we have some broccoli that we have parboiled just in the microwave very briefly. And when that all gets mixed together, he's going to add some grated cheese. And when that starts to bubble, now you don't want that to bubble a lot because sometimes sour cream will separate. So you just want it to start to get bubbly around the edges. Then he's going to put the ham back in and the broccoli. And we're going to put that off and let that just get hot. And then at the end of the program, we'll drop the thin spaghetti. And whenever that gets done, we're going to pour that over top of it. Got my mouth watering, honey. You're doing a good job.
My mouth watering too.
I know. I think that's great. We have to get away sometimes from the red sauce all the time with pasta, because there's so many other ways you can make different kinds of sauces. You can do almost a vinaigrette over it. Lori was telling me one of her favorite pasta meals is something her mom did with just bacon and broccoli and Parmesan cheese with cooked pasta. No sauce to it, just mix it all together. And her kids loved it. So I think this is something we're going to love too. And he's going to keep doing that. When we come back, we've got 2 more great recipes. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you love watching At Home with Arlene Williams? Then be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. It's filled with classic episodes from over 20 years of At Home, and more videos are added each day. And don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, if you're just joining us, you missed the whole part where Paul made ranch noodles, and I made a wonderful tomato basil pasta, and you're going to see those at the end of the program. He's going to make a great dip. It's a dip or a dressing. You can use it for either. But we just wanted something different one night, and I just started throwing stuff together, and we came up with this. So tell us what the ingredients are, honey.
Well, Worcestershire sauce, lemon juice, always have garlic.
Always.
Always garlic. Mayonnaise and blue cheese and sour cream.
And then what's that? Did you say it ranch?
Oh, ranch dressing.
One package is dry, yeah. Okay, so go ahead and start making it. And what I'm making is chicken Florentine pasta. Anytime you see the word Florentine, fish Florentine, anything Florentine, it means spinach is the key ingredient, along with the chicken or whatever else it is. And people will say we're having a lasagna Florentine. That means there's a layer of cooked spinach or creamed spinach in between the layers. That's a key. So if you don't like spinach, stay away from Florentine. But if you like it, embrace it, it's good. Okay, I have about 4 skinless, boneless chicken breasts that I am just cooking through in my skillet on high heat. Want to get a little bit of brown on, not too much, because they're going to cook some more. But you want them to really get cooking, okay? And while they're still finishing up, I'm going to tell you what else we have. We have some garlic. We have some grape tomatoes that have been cut in half, long ways. They're sliced. Of course, fresh spinach, like I said. We have chicken broth. And we have some Parmesan cheese that we're going to actually do the curls of the Parmesan here. So I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. We're going to go down to medium. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to need something different than this. Give me that big long, yeah. Thank you, Laurie. We've got hidden hands and hidden people all over the set helping us out. That's great. We're just going to take the chicken out because we need to make a sauce. We're going to do that. How are we doing, babe?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yes.
Okay. This looks good. Looks nice and creamy.
Yes, it does.
Is it thick or is it thin? Is it thick or thin, Paul? Is it too thick?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's say add a little bit of table cream.
Okay.
That will be good. There we go. I've got the chicken just about out. Now, to those drippings, you want to keep those drippings in there because that's a lot of flavor, all right? And we're just going to set the chicken aside for right now. Now, to this pan, I'm going to add my garlic. We've turned it down, remember, but the heat is still in that skillet, so if you know anything about garlic, you know that that baby likes to brown fast and burn. We don't want it to burn. So, get it in there, get it turned around so it doesn't, keep it moving in the pan for 30 seconds, that's all. All right, then, after the 30 seconds is done, and you can start to smell the garlic flavor, then we're going to add our chicken broth because this is going to deglaze the pan, okay? And maybe we can turn that back up a little bit so that it needs to be bubbling. So we need to turn it up to high. And as it bubbles up, let it cook. And then this should reduce about by half, which shouldn't take long because when you get bubbles over the entire surface, you know that you're about to half. You've cooked it enough. And at that point, then we're going to turn the heat off and we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. I tell you what, this is a quick and easy meal. When you come home from work and you've got stuff that you need to be doing in the evening and you don't have time, this is a perfect, very easy.
What do you think here?
Did you add some?
Yes.
Well, let's take a look. Let's see what you got. Oh, honey, it looks good.
I just have to add the blue cheese.
Perfect. Look at that.
Perfect,
Okay. Let's do the blue cheese and take another look at it.
All right.
Okay, so what do you have, about a half a cup?
About a half a cup.
But you could, for that kind of a bowl, you could add more if you wanted to. Okay. And you don't want to stir that. You want to fold that. Remember how we fold?
Yep.
Down and up.
I'm
Down.
learning.
But you're doing a good job. That's great for vegetable dip. That's great, as I said, on any kind of fresh vegetables, even as a sauce on the table for vegetables that you're cooking. It's great as a salad dressing. A little bacon in that's good, or sprinkle bacon on top of it. That's a classic dressing that goes with wedges of lettuce, which we're going to be having. Okay, so we got bubbles all over the place. That's good. Now we're going to turn the heat off. We're going to turn this off because I think we're pretty much there. I'm going to taste this. Very good. Paul, did you put that little blast of Worcestershire sauce in there?
Yes, I did.
Good.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Very good. All right, I'm going to turn this off and get the heat out. Now I'm going to add my chicken back in, like so. Leave all those juices right in there. Okay. And we salted and peppered the chicken. It's all been salted and peppered. Now we're adding our tomatoes. There's the tomatoes right in there. And our fresh spinach. Just put it right in there. Okay. Such an easy deal to do. Looks like a lot of spinach, but you know, we all know what happens to spinach. And then I have my penne that has already been cooked. And we're just going to add it right in on top of this. Oh, smells so good. It's going to be a great, great dish. I know you're going to enjoy it. And we're going to come right back. We'll be in the dining room. We're going to show you everything we made today and some other stuff too. You don't want to miss it. Come right back.
Just go to ctvn.org/at-home to get all the recipes from today's show for free. That's right, no subscriptions. They're available online at no cost, and more are being added each day. So join us at ctvn.org/at-home to get today's recipes now.
I hope you took the information to get all the recipes because these are some awesome recipes.
Wow-wee.
I wish you could smell the smells in this kitchen. Just, you know, fresh basil always brings an aroma that's incredible. But I have to tell you, this variety of pastas, you're going to want to maybe make all of them, but at least you're going to make one. We're going to start down here. This is called the ranch noodles that Paul made. Paul, we've been tasting that. That is unbelievable. That's something so easy to do. your family's going to go crazy. Your kids will go crazy for that, even with the broccoli in it. Next to that is the tomato basil pasta. We didn't cook that, but that in itself, oh my goodness, just can't even tell you, just eating that out of a bowl, it doesn't get cooked. I mean, just how that gets cooked is when you cook the pasta and you put all the vegetables together, mix them together, and the heat of the pasta causes those tomatoes to burst. That's incredible. Next to that, that's our chicken Florentine. And that's got, look at that. That's got those little curls of Parmesan cheese on top. It's got fresh basil in there. It's got fresh spinach, a nice lot of spinach. It's got the tomatoes. It's got just a good, wonderful flavor. I mean, they're all delicious. They really are. Then we just added a little garlic bread. You know, with the pasta, you have to have a little garlic bread. And then, honey, here's this wonderful dressing that he made, the Arlene's Blue Ranch, sorry. And that is a dip or a dressing. And what we are going to put it on, because there's so many vegetables in the pastas that we've made, that we just decided to go with a very plain wedge of lettuce. Make sure it's crunchy. Keep that in that fridge until you're ready to serve it. It has to be crunchy and cold. Dip the dressing on top. You can even sprinkle with a few bacon bits if you want it. Don't need them, but I'm telling you, these are some great ideas for a great meal. And I really, really hope that you will think about doing them for your family. So glad you were with me today, honey.
Thank you.
You want to say hello or goodbye to everybody?
Well, thank you for watching.
Goodbye. Be sure to join us the next time. It wouldn't be the same without you. We'll see you then.
Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Dravosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.